You think if Diddy told Cassie, make that happen with Lauren, it wasn't gonna happen? You heard
I think they have incredible power. I would doubt nothing that comes out of that.
As you might have heard by now, Wack 100 has tossed both Lauren London and Diddy straight into a fresh wave of mess because he's now claiming that he personally caught Lauren and Diddy together, and yes, everybody is spiraling over it. And the real question floating in the air right now is, will first-hand stories like these finally shatter whatever is left of Diddy's brand, even after his release from prison? Or will the industry machine just keep rolling forward like nothing ever happened?
All the homies I was gonna stay out of everybody's business, you know what I'm saying? I lied. Diddy?
Because with Wack 100, nothing is ever simple. One minute he's dragging Diddy like he's auditioning for Most Vocal Critic.
Diddy, I just seen that video. You was a bitch.
And the very next minute he's spinning around and defending him, saying the real problem in this whole scandal is that Diddy didn't just come out as bisexual.
I don't think that Puffy is a monster. I think that Puffy is not man enough to come out and simply say he's bisexual.
But he didn't stop there. Why would he? He also suggested there were no real victims since the people involved supposedly kept going back.
I think that the things that Puffy was doing, I think it was consensual amongst his community. I think the people that returned over and over again to enjoy a Puffy party.
And honestly, that's wild, because anybody who understands abuse of power situations knows that people do go back, but they go back out of fear, manipulation, control, dependency, or straight up survival. It isn't weakness, and it definitely isn't consent. But back to Lauren. According to Wack, he didn't just hear about Lauren and Diddy, he claims he actually saw it with his own eyes. And this is the same Wack who swears he's sitting on a whole stash of alleged freak-off styled receipts and videos, even betting people during interviews like he's running a reality show prop department out of his phone.
Thing I do, I just tell you put some money up.
How much money you want me to put up?
Whatever you want to put up. How many you want to see is like about 15 different text messages, probably like.
But before anyone asks the obvious question, so why doesn't he just leak everything? There's something important to remember. If any of that content really exists, releasing it wouldn't just embarrass celebrities. It could seriously harm the people already dealing with the trauma behind those tapes. And let's be honest, if Diddy really was recording people the way so many have suggested, those cameras most likely weren't rolling during the darkest, most disturbing moments. Still, Wack says the Lauren-Diddy connection was real, because according to everyone, including Nipsey, Lauren and Cassie weren't just two celebrities floating in the same industry, they were friends.
Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
And Cassie, as we all know, was tied to Diddy for years in a way that now looks far more complicated than what the public understood at the time. And let's not pretend Wack didn't play both sides at first like half the industry. In the early days, he was right there with everyone else saying, yeah, I've been to Diddy parties, just not those parties. You know, that cute little disclaimer everyone was using to keep their distance without actually saying anything.
Diddy parties. Me personally, I was a backyard, 12, 15 to 1:30.
But the second it became obvious that Diddy's empire was cracking, like really cracking, suddenly everybody found their voice. Doors that had been sealed shut for years flew wide open. Memories returned. Stories resurfaced. And just like that, Wack 100 practically became the unofficial spokesperson for undiscovered receipts, front row mic on, ready to testify about everything he's seen, heard, and definitely knows.
Blitz. I'm going in my war chest. I'm pulling every thing out. And I got some. Y'all stay tuned, but Diddy, you did this.
But here's where it gets even messier. That one single claim from Wack cracked open the Diddy bubble and dragged every dusty theory right back into the light. Suddenly everyone is rewinding the tape, remembering that Lauren and Diddy have moved in the same circles for years, showed up at the same industry events, smiled in the same rooms, talked to the same people. Clearly, the speculation machine is chomping down on it like it's fresh and way too tempting for people to ignore. Still, speculation is not proof, and we can't forget that these are real people with real lives, real kids, real families, and very real grief that never fully goes away. So while Wack is out here narrating like he's flipping through some secret Hollywood diary, none of this has ever been confirmed by Lauren London herself. In fact, she stayed completely silent every single time these rumors crawl back out of the basement. A silence that some have come to read as a confirmation. Because whether Wack 100 is actually exposing some hidden reality or just gleefully stirring the pot for attention, we're all tuned in, listening, judging, and whispering whenever and wherever we can. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise, there are still real human beings at the center of this mess who have to live with the fallout, especially the ones who didn't ask for any of this and don't deserve to be dragged into the chaos.
So yeah, that Cardi B, she was talking all that rah-rah about my queen, Nicki Minaj.
I know y'all might have already caught this. Cardi B is at it again, and this time she's shading an 18-year-old girl, and of course, we are all losing it. The drama kicked off when Aya, who used to be Ice Spice's backup dancer, jumped on Twitch and casually started talking about Nicki Minaj getting dragged online. Then she threw a little side-eye at Cardi, and you know how fast Cardi moves on social media, blink, and she's already responding. And now, the big question everyone's asking, are all these messy, unnecessary beefs going to start pushing people away from Cardi, just like they did with Nicki Minaj, who, let's be honest, is kind of the reason this whole wild chain of events even exists?
Nicki never had the streak to get the pole position.
At first, Aya's comment seemed almost harmless. She basically said she stands with Nicki Minaj and would go head-to-head with anyone dragging her queen.
Any that got beef with Nicki, you got beef with me.
But then she went and completely dragged Cardi into it. Another Nicki fan reposted it. Then Cardi saw it almost immediately, and she was clapping back in less than 20 minutes.
Now, I don't know if Cardi has my notifications on because she done responded to my tweet in less than 20 minutes.
And Cardi clapped back by digging into old DMs from 2019, back when Aya was just 12, full of love and admiration. Aya literally called Cardi her biggest fan, sent her rap snacks, and even rapped her lyrics word for word. Fast forward 6 years, and Cardi decides to use that same evidence as ammo in a fight with a teenager. Using that as a weapon now is not only over the top, it's kind of sad. Y'all, this isn't just a single little fight, it's about Cardi living up to her album title, Am I the Drama? A little too literally. Her online beefs are starting to feel like a daily ritual. She's clearly spending way too much time scrolling, reacting, and clapping back instead of just stepping away. And sure, connecting with fans helped put her on top, but if you can't resist firing off at every tiny bit of shade, someone close to her seriously needs to grab that phone before another full-blown chaos. As we all know, online interactions are a trap, especially for messy celebrities. One day, everyone's cheering you on. The next, they're dragging you through the mud. Take her now-deleted tweet, for example. Probably pulled down once the Stefon Diggs question started heating up. She's clearly getting the hint that sometimes clapping back is more trouble than it's worth. At some point, she might even learn that walking away completely is the smartest move of all. Aya, of course, wasn't about to let that slide quietly. She fired right back after Cardi's heated response, straight up celebrating like she'd won simply because Cardi took the bait, clapped back, and clearly came off looking hurt in the process.
That's why she was so hurt whenever she saw that video of me, because I hurt her feelings.
And now, all the usual clout-chasing teens online will be shading Cardi left and right just for the sheer hype and attention it brings them. But here's the thing, it's honestly wild when you step back and think about it. A slightly known teenager ends up trending everywhere because one of the absolute biggest names in rap decided to bite the bait and turn the whole situation into a full-blown circus. But there's a deeper issue here, because Cardi isn't just arguing online, she's juggling real life on top of it. She's a mom with a new baby trying to hold down a relationship with Stefon Diggs, and she's rehearsing for her Little Miss Drama tour for 10 to 12 hours a day. That's a lot. And just days before this whole situation with Aya blew up, Cardi was already telling fans she needed a reset, admitting that all the online criticism about her family life was draining her.
Already super stressed out. You know what I'm saying? I'm already super stressed out. I need my support system, my fans to love me.
So when she snapped back at Aya, it almost felt like proof that even when Cardi tries to step away from the drama refuses to step away from her, and eventually she gets pulled right back in. So at the end of the day, we all know Cardi B is fun, dramatic, and proudly unapologetic. That's part of why people love her. But jumping into every little jab from every hater online is not doing her any favors. Sometimes the real power move is logging off, ignoring the noise, and letting people talk to themselves. For now, though, we have the usual fresh viral moment to obsess over. And if there's one thing this proves, is that Cardi B is also living out her tour Little Miss Drama in real time, every single day. And honestly, the drama isn't slowing down anytime soon.